Okay, let's now move on to 3.2, which I think is the last question for question 3. Cool. So it says, Aunt Abby will bake the wedding cake. Okay, she will be using a recipe from a recipe book published in England. Okay, so they said, note that we have 1 kg equals 2.25 pounds and 1 milliliter of flour equals 0.7 grams of flour. So in England, they have a slightly different metric system to us. So that's why they're giving us these conversions, because they're going to make us do conversions. Okay. These questions are sometimes quite difficult for students, but they're actually, if there's like a set way of approaching them, which will help you be able to do it in any circumstances. So this is a great question to go over. Okay. So 3.2.1. Okay, it says Aunt Abby needs 3.5 pounds of butter. Determine the mass of butter in kgs. Okay, so we know that 1 kg equals 2.25 pounds. Okay, but she needs 3.5 pounds. Okay, she needs 3.5 pounds, and we want to figure out how many kgs she needs. Okay, so from looking at this, we know she's going to need more than 1 kg. Okay, because we know that 3.5 is more than 2.25, so that means she'll need more than 1 kg. So this is a ratio. So what we're saying is, what do we have to times 2.25 by to get to 3.5? And then whatever we have to times it by on that side, we'll times it by on this side. Okay, but it's not immediately easy to see what we need to times it by. So let's rather say 3.5. So how much we need, right? How much we need over the ratio amount, right? And that will tell us what this multiplication has to be on this side, and then we'll apply it on the other side. So we say 3.5 divided by 2.25. So it gives us 1.55 forever. Okay, so now we know that we need to multiply both sides by 14.9. Then we say, okay, 1 kg times 14 over 9 gives me 1.5. I'm going to do just to to 2 decimal places, just round it off, right? Kgs. Remember, 5, if it's 5 or above, we round up. That's why it's 1.56. So this makes sense, right? Because we said earlier, right, that the number of kgs of butter we're going to need is going to be more than 1 kg. So what we did is we said, what do we need to times 2.25 by in order to get 3.5? We worked that out. Then we multiplied both sides, right, by the same amount to get the number of kgs. Okay, so that is that answer there. Let's now move on to 3.2. Cool. 3.2.2. Okay, it says Aunt Abby only has a kitchen scale available. If Aunt Abby needs 625 milliliters of flour, determine the mass of the flour in grams. Okay, so she only has this scale that measures in grams, right? So she doesn't have anything that measures in milliliters, so we're going to have to work out what this amount of flour, right, equals in grams. Okay, again, it's just a ratio, right? So here we know that 1 milliliter of flour equals 0.7 grams, right? So 1 milliliter equals that much. But here we know we need 625 milliliters, okay? And we want to work how many grams. So again, we say, what do we have to multiply 1 by to get to 625? That's a little bit easy, 625. So whatever we do to the one side, we have to do to the other side. So our simple answer is this. Okay, let's put that into our calculator. 0.7 times 625. So she will need 437.5 grams of flour. Okay, that is how much she will need. Okay, it's all about ratios, guys. Okay, let's now look at this. The cake must be baked at 356 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, determine to what degree Celsius the oven should be turned. You may use the formula below. Okay, so if we want to get degrees Celsius, we say whatever the Fahrenheit is, in this case this, minus 32 divided by 1.8. So let's just write this in here. Okay, so my degrees Celsius equals my degrees Fahrenheit minus 32 divided by 1.8. So we're going to say 356 minus 32 divided by 1.8. Okay, just have to put that in our calculator. Okie dokes. Remember, you don't put the degree sign in. I don't even know how you do that on a calculator. Okay, you just say 356 minus 32 divided by 1.8, and she has turned the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Okay, so this is all about ratios, all about conversion. Not too difficult, but one of these things that we need to practice because it's very easy to get wrong. Okay, so that's that. We're moving on to question 4 now. I hope that was helpful.